It's very, very fine.
SQ competitor. Do you guys recognize this design that I laid out for my man? On display. That's awesome. That's awesome. Beautiful car. Sweet as. Sounds amazing.
Stop watching my neck. It's fluffy. Make big deposits. My gloss is chocolate. You like my hair? She thinks
That digs deep, man. Man, that digs deep.
I got it. Yeah, I want it. I got it. I want it.
That digs deep.
I'm at 5 on 12. But then she drops off.
Is that the conductor running to this?
That's 63.
That's
I had enough money to solve them. They say which one I say now. I want all of them. Happiness is the same price as red bottom. My smile is beaming. My skin is gleaming. The way it shine, I know you see this. I bought a crib.
All right, my man. Let everybody know who you are.
I'm Goosun. So this is my 2021 Subaru STI.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Did you do all the work here?
I did all the work myself.
Oh, man.
Most of it in my garage.
I love it. I absolutely love it. That's something personal to me when people put the effort into doing their own builds. I have nothing against people who get them done, but
No?
if you have the ability to do it yourself, because I come from the days of project cars, do little by little until you get to where you want to be.
Oh yeah.
So please, can you give us a walkthrough of your system?
So we run the right size gauge wire. I'm an Iasca, EMA, USA, MassQ, and WCA competitor.
And how long have you been competing?
I'm in my second year now.
Second year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all of our wiring is all down for sound because they're local.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Within the correct parameters for distance. Mine is more like 10 inches when you can get up to 18.
Okay.
All the proper fusing, I'm all the way out.
All right.
So I run two different, two ATMs.
Okay.
I had a big proponent of not removing anything from the stock.
Okay.
So I used the New Concepts battery terminal connections, and there's not been a stock wire cut
Okay.
or moved.
All right.
All right. But I get all the power I need.
Okay.
It is still a factory alternator, so it's 130 amps.
Really?
Yes. I am gonna go up to the 250 amp Subaru alternator.
Now, are you going up to the alternator because you're suffering voltage drop, or you just want to have that extra?
So for me, a long time thing of mine, not getting off of SQ, but I've never hit a 50
Okay.
in my car.
Okay.
So that's a goal of mine. I want to do an SQL.
Yeah.
And I want to hit a 50 out the trunk. Once I do that, then I'll, my itch will be scratched and I'll
Yeah.
be good to go. So
Okay.
I know I won't need as much power in reserve as I could possibly get.
Okay, but right now, as it stands, when you push your system, are you suffering any voltage drops?
voltage drop
no
whatsoever.
lights dimming, flickering whatsoever. But you just want that extra juice to
Yes.
be able to
So
on tap in case you need it.
My system will run efficiently at 12.6 volts.
Okay.
So basically, just ATM batteries.
Okay.
There's one in the front, one in the back. I'm a big proponent of having as much voltage as I possibly get.
Have it on tap, yeah.
Okay,
Like
so-
that headroom.
My exhaust on my car is a performance exhaust.
Okay.
So it measures like 88 dB. So I tend to run my car off.
Right, and this is your
Game
charging
changer
station.
for me was the Anchor Solix Gen 2.
Okay.
Um,
And it's keeping you at 12
oh
volts.
yeah, no, keeps me at 13.5
13.5.
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
without fluctuation.
Oh. Right there. Okay.
My LEDs and I have been on for the last 3 hours
Yeah.
since I've been here, and my voltage has not dropped at all.
Okay, so before we get to the details of that there, I just want to show everybody the detail here. Yeah, this is the design that I did for my man here. We've been working on it for a while, and we got it just like he
Third
wanted.
iteration.
Yeah, about the third iteration by now. Can you please walk us through this here?
All right, so this build's a little different. I actually drive Uber.
Okay.
So my car is completely modular. Everything that you see in here can come out within about 2 minutes, and I can put the stock floor, stock trunk back in. You won't see nothing but the back of these IB2 One Audio 15s.
Okay. You know, back in my DB drag days, I competed with a cat that had a vehicle similar. Extremely impressive.
Yeah.
Still to this day, I'm very impressed.
So underneath the panel, the lights are not really doing it justice because of the clouding that I put in this epoxy resin. But under here is a mounted charging system at 100 amps. Behind that is a A120 Alpine 1200 monoblock. Okay, above that is the second AGM.
Okay.
Along with the new Concepts terminals. Back there is the amplifiers going to the front. That's their fuses.
Okay.
Also new Concepts using. Over here on the side, this charging system here is not really a charging system. It is a fuse block for all the accessories in the car. Wow. Completely separated.
Okay.
And all these panels are easily removable.
And you hand poured this. You were telling me earlier.
It took about 3 weeks to hand pour all these. All these panels are an inch thick.
So
in the future, whoever's listening to this, I would recommend do not pour that thick.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Pour thin increments. Let it harden like it's supposed to.
Okay.
And then after that, pour your next thing. And don't get impatient like I was.
Right. But you made it this thick to avoid resonance. It doesn't vibrate.
Well, it doesn't move. It doesn't vibrate. And I knew I was gonna do some type of backlighting with the LEDs.
Okay.
So I needed to at least have the thickness of the strip itself.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
We move forward. The car is completely sound deadened.
Okay.
From the roof to the floor,
solid.
Panels here,
Rock solid.
Gas door, gas tank.
Wow.
All 3 levels of the door. So outer, middle, and door cards.
Now, let me look in this really quickly, but my main focus, I'm going to come right back to, is your infinite baffle. Baffle itself, I heard you talking earlier, it perfectly matches the paint.
Yes, so that is 1 inch thick Baltic birch.
Okay.
It has been fiberglass, bondo, sanded, and then primered. We use PPG paint, so it's 3 coats of base, 2 coats of clear, wet sanded, and buff. It is literally the exact same color and texture as the body of the car.
Wow. And you did this yourself too?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I helped in
Okay.
that. I'm not a painter.
Oh, okay.
My brother-in-law's shop next to him, he does paint and restoration. But he did let me hold the gun and spray the gun, so I have hands-on in doing it.
And how long did this take to do that baffle?
We actually did it in a week.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started doing the prep work for it early in the garage, and then I took it to him in what I thought was complete. It was not. He gave me the more of the fine sanding and the fine guide coat stuff that they use. Basically the same thing they do for automotive cars.
Okay.
Is what that panel's been done.
Okay. All right. Now, if I could hop in really quick and get a short demo, I just want to give everybody a sample of what this thing sounds like, if you don't mind.
Sure.
All right. Okay. And can you please explain your setup that you have here as well?
Absolutely. So we'll start off with everything's been removed and changed. Okay. In the dash up here, we have the One Audio 3-inch widebands.
Okay.
Okay. We have the One Audio 1-inch tweeter.
Okay.
And these, I don't know where these pods originated. They came from Terrence.
Okay.
But they fit.
All right.
Okay. In the doors down here, we have Hertz 1803 Milli Legends. These are the 7-inch drivers.
All right.
So it's a pretty beefy size woofer.
Yes, it is.
Down in the floor, we have an 8W3.
Okay. Is that box sealed as well?
That's an all-wood box. It is sealed. It is 0.44.
0.44. Did you have to polyfill it as well?
So, no. I went a little different route. The top and the bottom, right, are 3/4 inch.
Okay.
The sides are 1/2 inch to get it to fit in there.
Wow.
Because I didn't use fiberglass, right? And the inside has been sealed and sound deadened.
Wow. Okay.
So, I did use the Amazon sound deadening.
Yeah.
But I covered it up with the acoustic foam.
Yes, I use a lot of acoustic foam in mine and it made a world of difference.
Yeah. So a lot of the panels in here, outside of the sound deadening, like these C pillars, some parts down in here also have acoustic foam.
Okay.
It fills the gap. It does what it needs to do.
Now, speaking of, well, even though this isn't foam, your dash mat, did it make a difference?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Now, there's a debate online. Some people said it absolutely did. Some people metered it, tested it, and saw that it did. But some did say it was inaudible, even though it may register on the graph. But it's no difference for you.
No difference at all.
No reflections.
The only reason mine are cut like that is because prior to stay in the class for competition, I could not modify the grills.
Okay.
Okay. I moved up since then from last year, so now I can modify the grills. So it is the factory grill. I cut the hole in the factory grill to fit the 3-inch driver.
What was in their factory? What was the factory size?
A 1.5-inch tweeter.
1.5-inch tweeter, and you cut it to fit a 3.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Once you get past the mounting part of it, it's the whole open dash. So now there's a lot of polyfill in here.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I don't personally know if that made a difference or not.
Okay.
You know, but it felt like you needed to fill that big void.
Okay.
And then I used the grill cloth, and then I cut the square out so that you could actually see the grill cloth.
Okay, so everybody knows that I don't compete. I just do it for the love of the game. I love my system, just for the joy. But you were schooling me on something about competition. One thing was the tweeter size. You were asking about my Morel tweeters, asking if they were 1 inch, which they are, but the housing makes it bigger. And you told me that the housing makes a difference in the class that you're going to compete in?
So from what I was told, they measure from end to end.
Okay.
That's what I was told. So this is about 1 and some centimeters an inch.
Yeah.
It's under 1.5 inches.
Okay.
So it keeps me fine.
Okay. But tweeters like mine or tweeters like the Dyne Audio tweeter, if I did compete or somebody with Dyne Audio Esotar would be put in another class simply on that.
Yes.
Okay.
The size of the driver.
Okay. Wow.
Another thing that will change you in classes also is your source unit.
Really?
Yes.
So what is the differences in that?
So you can do anything in the factory settings.
Okay.
Okay. You can plug a Bluetooth phone into that, anything. When you go from your factory settings to a digital source, you go up in class.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
So if you notice everything in the car currently right now, outside of these are not mounted as an actual pod.
Okay.
If you notice that, this mounting system is not, it's just bolted into the A pillar.
So that keeps you on a different...
Keeps me down.
Keeps you down. Okay.
Right. Everything in here is in a factory location.
But if you did custom A pillars, you would move up.
Well, I would now.
Yeah.
Because I'm digital.
Ah, okay.
And as he segues into that, the car will play everything through the factory head unit.
Okay.
It will Bluetooth. I still actually use a CD player.
Okay.
XM.
Okay.
The factory radio itself is not a high quality head unit.
Right.
And anyone who owns a Subaru would know that. Okay. So I'm not bashing it. Yeah. It's just how it is.
It's one of those things.
Even in the DSP, we tried to flatline the signal coming out of here as best we could. It wasn't enough. So I elected to go all digital. Okay. Now, I've been getting educated on the digital thing. I am fully aware that once you get out of the DSP, if you're not a toss link or a coaxial, something out of your DSP to your amplifiers, you go back to analog. I do understand that. But from the source unit to the DSP is completely digital in this car. Okay. So USB-C, okay, cable goes into a small box. It's behind the glove box. It's called an SMSL.
Yes.
Gives you many options to stay digital.
Yeah, my buddy uses that in his Audi.
I'm using both. So I use the toss link and digital coaxial.
Okay.
Mainly for me, it's because I switch back and forth a lot in source units.
When you go from toss link to digital coaxial, do you hear a difference at all?
I don't. And if there is a difference, I can't tell it audibly.
Okay.
You do hear a difference on everything else from digital.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything. Bluetooth.
Now, I do want to end this video with a quick demo, maybe a song and a half. But before we do that, I have one other question for you competitively. You said something about your mirrors, right? About the stage width when we were listening to my car. You mentioned something. Can you explain that again, please?
So from what I'm told, there's a debate, from my understanding, about sacrificing width for depth.
Okay.
Most judges, in I guess in a perfect world, they want you to be out where the rearview mirrors are and on the hood.
Wow. Wow.
That's very, very challenging.
It is. Absolutely.
So, for me, I stop roughly about at the pillar itself.
Where the physical speaker
There
is.
is some songs that you can listen to, and it may throw it out or push it out. I think that's in the recording.
Yeah.
But my stage depth is pretty deep.
Okay.
I'm almost out where the windshield wiper blades are.
Wow. So
Now, there's another sacrifice in that too, is the height.
okay.
So keeping linearity across your stage, right? You want your height to be up.
Right.
You know,
And you don't want it to rainbow from here.
do not
across
want it
there.
to bow. Yeah.
Okay.
So currently, I need. You know, I'm learning.
Yeah, it's a
you know,
process.
so
man. It is
there-
an
I
absolute
still
process.
there's some tracks that will pull out a little bow effect,
Okay.
mainly because I elect to use a front subwoofer.
Okay.
Okay.
So when I first met you, it was years ago, but you had just basic kicker system, not even a DSP.
No.
And it sounded great that way. I mean, for as simple as it was great. So I'm excited to hear what it is now. So
Yes.
can you please
from those days?
Yes.
We're a lot. There is still kicker remnants in this car. So
I'm not
like I
mad.
said, I do drive Uber.
I'm not mad at it at all, brother. Not at all.
There's an open cartoon
Yeah.
in the DSP where my rear doors also play too, but
Okay.
not now.
So competitively, you don't play the rear doors, but
No.
Personal and Uber or whatever else you do turn on the rear.
Yes.
Understood. All right.
So I have variants of stuff. So I will go.
I mean, anything you want to play, as loud as you want to play it, you know, it doesn't have to be long. We could just end this because people seeing a system like this are going to want to hear it.
Okay.
So we got to give them at least a little taste.
So I'm a big proponent on understanding the best recording that I can possibly get. Okay. This system was actually tuned from Apple.
Okay.
And these tracks are at 192 kilohertz.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So we were hit our single power.
And I want to show something very unique.
My conductor
Your
is in the
conductor
key.
is in where the key holder. That is awesome, man.
Yeah, I haven't seen nobody else do
No,
that
not
yet.
at all, man. I'm blown away. As long as I've been in the game, I've never seen that done. That is so impressive,
I
man.
did it.
Yeah.
So as you can see, the factory system is completely off.
Yes.
Okay. It does its initial boot up, and that's it.
Okay.
The conductor goes here. So we will go to our. This is the tune that we use to compete with.
Okay.
Okay, for Emma and Mass Q.
Okay.
Okay. This is not a competition track, but it's a favorite track of mine.
Good enough for me, my man. Good enough for me. It is deep. Your stage, God, it's way out there. That's awesome. That is awesome.
So she will come in.
On a clear day,
That's awesome. That sounds amazing.
rise and look around you.
That's amazing.
So another track would be good is this one here. Actually, that's a lie. We're gonna stay away from the competition playlist.
Okay. That's perfectly fine.
We're gonna go to what I like to affectionately call dope tracks.
All right.
And then we will hit. No, not no Doja. We don't do no Doja. There she is.
That's amazing.
Fast forward a little bit into the song.
Of oxygen.
Those songs get low, man. They dig deep. That's amazing.
You were born
thank you for the information. Thank you for the interview. And thank you for the demo, man. I know people are going to want to know. They like to see the systems, but they also like to hear it and learn about SQ competition. So I do appreciate your time and education, man. Thank you so very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see you at another show.
It's a never-ending process.
I want to be done, but I'll never be done, man. So it's all in the game. But thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
All right.